on live. So good morning, and I'm here with another video. Today is January 22nd of 2022. It is Saturday. It's 10:41 in the morning, and it's cold outside. Where I live, it was four or six, and I'm around 5 in the morning. It was cold. Right now it's 18, and I believe it's supposed to climb up to 28 or 29 in the middle of the day, and then probably going to drop again. Let me actually check the forecast right now. And I'm going to do that for Lexington. So yeah, it's going to be the high 29, and then it's going to drop to 21. But man, it was cold tonight. My car is still blowing at maximum, trying to pick up the heat. Just gas stop and heading to Lexington. I normally do not work on the weekends, and I am not going to work tomorrow. But because of lack of work this week, and it's a good looking day today, I'm hoping to go out and make some money. Now, something I want to talk today is something you guys you will want to go back to the yesterday's dash along video and start from the middle and kind of work towards the end. You guys can start from the beginning if you like. Is when DOORDAsh take you out of the zone, they will treat you as if you are a top dasher and start throwing you deliveries at you one after another to bring you back into the area. And all deliveries will be a little bit closer to bring you back into the until I get that one that will get you back into your zone. So I experienced that. I said, then the question number 2, what if I come to Lexington, schedule myself in Lexington for, let's say, for a whole day. I come into the Lexington, check in, drive back to Danville, and then dash in Danville so I can qualify for my top dasher. So I decided to leave voluntarily from my area, from my zone into another zone, without DOORDAsh actually sending me there. And that's probably going to be the last 10 minutes of the video, is specifically on that particular topic, is where when I did that, I got zero. What I mean zero offers. Offers just not existed. So, voluntarily leaving your zone will not get you offers in the new zone. But if DOORDAsh takes you into that zone, then they will send you everything they got in order to get you back into the zone. It's quite interesting because I still will be there, experimenting with this, but it is quite interesting how DOORDAsh designed this new, dash outside your zone feature where it only works when they send you out. Any comment, anything you guys want to say on that topic, I would like to hear, because it was quite interesting for me to actually experience that yesterday. I'll say, for the rest of the day, I did really well. I averaged about 26 plus for the whole day. For the whole day. That's for about 7 hours. Made over 200. Was a good day yesterday. Also, those of you that are Uber drivers or Uber Eats drivers, I would like to get a response for you on this particular question. How often does it happen from you where you get an offer, you'll do a delivery, and then the customer will reduce their tip or will not give you a tip at all? Because I started late, like yesterday, I did more business. Hey, how's it going? More reply. I got in question, but I need to drop off an order first. Hey, no problem. I'll try to stretch the time. Figure out something to talk about. So, where was I? So yes, So how often does that happen? Because I got a lot more delivery yesterday done on Uber Eats than actually on DoorDash. And one of the reasons when I turned on my phone yesterday morning, and I believe that's the reason, is I got a notification. You are Blue Pro or something like that. And orders start just coming in a lot more and more. And I was just kind of like amazed, especially during the dinner. I did majority deliveries on Uber Eats. So that's something interesting to me as well. Of course, I have noticed this is actually the second time where the customer either didn't give me a tip at all or reduced the tip on Uber. So that kind of and I would agree with the customer that said okay, because I kind of delivered outside of the promised time, but I did not, unless Uber sent me the order already late and I delivered outside and I was not aware of. So but it kind of was really disappointing to took a $8 order and got only $3 something paid on it. But sometimes it is what it is. Let's put it this way: if it happens once every 20 deliveries, and I'm talking about $3-5 loss, I'm okay with that. But if this happens, every 5, 7, 10 deliveries, I'm not sure if I'm okay with that. What else? Talk about in this video. There was something I want to talk about yesterday. Oh, I will be doing another video on this topic, separate, but I will include this in this video because most people not gonna watch and listen to the end of it either way. So they're probably not gonna hear it about it. But it's actually DoorDash and Amazon are in some way competing with each other. You guys do remember when Amazon came out and said, hey, we have a Prime delivery that will get your item in, let's say, 2 days, 1 day, I believe 8 hours or 6 hours if it's in town. But one thing that if you look at Amazon, at least they're paying somewhat good to their drivers that are actually going and doing that, because even let's say $5 and you pull into a subdivision and for each $5 or $4 delivery, you're done 4 deliveries in one subdivision. That means in 10 minutes you made $20, and then you drove to another subdivision, maybe took you another 5, 7 minutes, 10 minutes to another subdivision, and you did another 3 deliveries and $4 a piece. That's another $12. So if you kind of if the delivery, if the driver is in a good area where he has a lot of deliveries and his zone is not huge, he can knock a lot of deliveries out, for those $4 or $5 a delivery and make a good living. Now compared to DoorDash said, hey, we want to do the same thing. Well, the problem is with DoorDash, we are not receiving orders enough to go into one zone, and that's why I did yesterday at UDM when somebody said about, oh, this is why we're doing stack orders, trying to play as a CEO, and I said, hey, why not 5? I told you guys multiple times in the past, and I'm gonna say it again. During a hurricane warning, at one point I had 7 deliveries in my car. In that 1 hour, it took me about an hour and 10 minutes between all those 7 orders to pick up and drop off. But within that 1 hour and 10 minutes, I made over $100. And this is actually where, I look at it and I'm seeing if they could stack us properly, better, then, and raise the price to about $4 per delivery instead of $2.25. And let's put it this way, and the tips completely go away, but we do the guaranteed $5 deliveries. But now we have a minimum of 5 deliveries picked up within a quarter of a mile from restaurants, and they're going, let's say, within a 2-mile radius of delivery. I don't care, if it's going a mile away or it's going 5 miles away, but it's going into one section. Now it can become worth it. So this is actually where I look at it and I see DoorDash trying to compete with Amazon, trying to duplicate and copy their system, trying to reduce the price so low, but at the same time, it doesn't work with food. Because with partials, you picked it up in the morning, you have a whole day to deliver. Everything was sorted, you're already in your car. When it comes down to food, you always have to go back and pick it up. That means, can you have enough of people order into one area at the same time? If the app is properly built, yes, you can. Because what the app can actually do is sound certain type of offers. Let's say 5% offer into a radius, let's say of a 1-mile radius. At certain day and say, hey, if you order within the next 10 minutes, you get an extra, let's say 5 or 10% off. Now, you can start creating that, 4 or 5 orders from an area, and they'll actually say if you order from within 5-10 minutes, but order from only these restaurants, can be created. But I'm not sure DoorDash actually even think that way. It even actually came up even with in this subconscious with that idea of actually doing that way. That would be a way where actually those $4 orders, like I said, even if it's without a tip, $4 orders now would start making sense. Because you went out, you picked it up from 5 places, you went out, you delivered to, or maybe picked up from 2 places, delivered to 5 customers, took you an hour, went out and you came back, and you took you an hour and you came back, but you made, $20, $25, $30. Be a lot worth it that way. Hey, McFly, if you're here, go ahead with your question, and let's see if I can answer it. Or we're looking about talking personally. Okay, I guess there is a question. When you went outside of your zone, I'm sorry, just trying to drive outside your zone, did you get? We have that kind of like a downtown, and towards above the Circle Highway 4. That's the zone I was in. I got myself scheduled into the zone till midnight. Then they took me down into the Lexington South zone, and further than about a halfway down is where I had the final delivery. Then from there, they started giving me one after another, slowly bringing me back into a zone, and then they brought me into a zone with a delivery that actually went further than my zone is to the top. So kind of, like through my zone into area that not even a zone anymore. Then I came back, I did a couple deliveries, and then I said, hey, I want to actually go down and test out this theory as I was talking about, going into Lexington, getting scheduled, going to Lexington, checking in, and then going to Denver. But I said, hey, let me do this theory test here between the zones. So as I started, got on Circle 4, and I started coming down, but I was still in my zone. DoorDash throws me another order. Uber throws me another order. I get both of those orders. I go out, and the Uber order kind of gets me really close into out of my Lexington zone. So from there, I just actually drive down out of my zone. Which honestly, I went and actually had lunch. But I did drive down the Circle Road, down to the mall area where I usually would deliver in the past. Nothing's happening. I did turn around, then I closed my dashing, and I actually got an alignment done, and at the same time had my lunch. So I did probably drew, I would say 4.5 miles south from my zone border, and nothing was happening. So then I just started coming back towards the zone and closed my dash. Hopefully that answered the question. But you can guys see all that on the map, because when I do my dashing, I keep the map up. And here's one of the reasons why I keep the map up, because for people that in the area, they can learn quicker. And for people that are out of area and thinking of maybe moving into Lexington, they can actually learn the area before they come. So when they come, they're already a little bit familiar with the area, and that's the reason. Compared to, some dashers, when they do dash along, they only show you a screenshot, and you learn nothing about the area other than the type of offers they take, and that's about it. Okay, let me see what we got here. Sounds like when it was busy, you got orders outside the zone, but when I wasn't busy, you didn't get orders. Hey, I can test. David, please stop. Possibly you're right, but I took that test for about half hour, 45 minutes or so. I should have gotten something with the amount of speed of order that I was getting the first time. And yes, Lexington South is busier than Lexington zone, so maybe that's why I started getting an order. Maybe you're right, but I would love to test that theory one more time. But the interesting part is every single order that came in was a good order when they took me out of the area. But when I left voluntarily out of the area, I got no orders at all. And it's kind of hard to believe that there wouldn't be a $225 order. So that's there. But you guys are welcome to review my yesterday dash, and this is not the final where I'm gonna just give up. I will do some more testing, but I'm probably gonna be doing more of Uber deliveries because they pay a little bit better. I got actually a delivery yesterday. Yes, as I was delivering, I was regretting every piece of it. It was at night. It took me into a very up and down, steep ups and down, where during the day snow was melting, and then at night it just was, those spots where the water was running off just turned into pure ice. But when I completed it and a guy approved a tip, that delivery turned out to be $35 delivery, and so it was I got some gray hair for it, but it paid also quite nice. And when I picked up the order, I didn't realize that actually going to the canyons or river, whatever you guys want to call it. So, but I've been having very good Uber Eats orders yesterday. I think the lowest, beside that one that didn't pay the tip, or just paid $1 tip, my order lowest was $7. 35 was the highest, or which they showed, I think was $19 or $20 as an offer. But I got to probably about 11 orders that were above $10 orders. So that's where, it was quite nice. And like, of course, one Grubhub, I think it was $8. Okay, not the dashed. Hey, Grandolph. Hey, it's not about dashing outside of zone. Like for me, I am experimenting because I live about 15 minutes away from a zone where I can dash, but I have to get on a schedule in order to dash. And it doesn't feel really good, but but it is something that I like to go to where, if I don't feel like going to Lexington, and like today, I would have went there to dash instead of to Lexington if I would have been able to get easy on the platform. But you do what you have to do, because it's about making the money and making the best choices. It's not about wasting your time. Yes, we as YouTubers sometimes, and like for me purposely, I'm testing out because that would be a beneficial for me, but so far it doesn't seem like it. But end of the day, if it's safe, make sure you're taking care of yourself and your family. Go check out the video when I get a chance. Great, thank you. Also another thing, thank you. Say, if you work Monday to Friday, maybe you should consider Wednesday, Sunday. Best days of dash are Saturday and Sunday. Here's a Morgan Fly why I don't like dashing on the weekends. And why I don't like dashing on Wednesday morning, because it's the slowest day here in Lexington, at least for me. So that's the slowest day for me is Wednesday. But Monday to Friday, I have 5 days to play with my market and find out where are the good pickups, where the good, where I want to drop them off, which restaurants I want to stick around with, and I have 5 days of those in a row to do that. Also, we have specific lunch hour. Starts around 12:30, lasts till about 2. Dinner starts around 5, lasts till about 8. So time is very consistent throughout those Monday to Friday. When it comes down to Saturday and Sunday, it's completely different. Like at 11 o'clock, I can still get breakfast orders on Saturday and Sunday. The lunch hour doesn't start until 1, 2, maybe 3 o'clock. It's kind of weird. Restaurants that usually are good during the week are not good on the weekends for lunch hour. And you kind of, have to relearn the area. And you only have 2 days. And Saturday is completely different behavior of the people. And Sunday, again, a different behavior. And it's kind of becomes, you don't have enough of those days during the week to actually experience and find that good spot. And then just go in and randomly just dashing, end up wherever you end up and hope you get a delivery. It's just not exactly my type of dashing. I like to, when I go out, I like to know where to go, where to grab that delivery, what the price should be for that delivery, the mileage that I'm suspecting that I'm okay with, the pay that I'm suspecting to be, and I go in and get it done. On Saturday and Sunday, it's just kind of like, where do I go? So maybe because of lack of knowledge of the my market on the weekend is why I hate the weekends. Because in Danville, yeah, I can do good in Danville on the weekends. On Sundays, I hate because when it comes to dinner, you end up waiting for food at most restaurants because they're busy already at the restaurant, and then on top delivery, they just cannot handle that volume. So Sundays evenings, they're horrible. But the other, during the day, the whole day on Saturday, are fairly good in Denver. When it comes to Lexington, I'm just lost. I just do not know where to properly dash. And I'm out to see how it's gonna be for me today. But usually my Lexington on a weekend, I cannot break above 120 days for the whole day. $120 for the whole day. Where on the weekdays, if I do run for a whole day, I break about a 200. So that's my issues right there with weekdays compared to weekends. I agree. Weekends can be fantastic if you have restaurants, you go specific to restaurants, and you make those money with those restaurants because customers are regularly ordering in. You already got that. But again, I just reached another level with Uber, so maybe I'll start getting more orders with Ubers, and weekend can become good for me. But on DoorDash, just a lot of 225s on the weekends, and I do not take the 225s. I don't take the 325s. I do not take the $4 orders. Very, very rarely you'll find me taking a $5 order. And usually if I take the $5 order, either I'm tired because nothing's coming in good, and I'll just grab it just to, break that cycle, or that order is beneficial for me because it's taking me to a place where I want to actually go, and I don't want to drive there without an order. So those are the only two reasons where I would take a $5 order. Anything above it's going to be $6.25, but I prefer the $10 and above dollar orders. And that's, those are the orders. I don't mind the extra mileage, the extra ride, but I do like the orders that actually start at $10 above. Because I know $10, half hour paid. I'm in. If I get it done in half hour or less, perfect. Move on to the next. Nice thing about Uber is you don't have to play as much of a guessing game. It is with yes, and if you remember me starting with Uber almost about a month ago probably, I was getting maybe one delivery in 2-3 days, maybe 3 deliveries for the week. I think that was probably my first week was 3 deliveries for the week. Like yesterday, 11 deliveries. I was excited. I was like, if this thing continues and gets better, it's gonna be good for me. So yes, but again, you do have that issue where the customer can change their mind and not give you a tip or reduce the tip to $1. I do also like with Uber, they give you a time frame, but they're not penalizing you if you do not deliver if you deliver outside of that time frame. They allow the customer to penalize you, and I have not had a customer penalize me for being late, but I had customers pull their tip. One pulled a tip, another one just tipped, like yesterday with $1, and both of them I delivered within the time frame that Uber provided. So I think I believe you guys call it tip baiting, and I think that's what it is. And I think DoorDash should be getting rid of Uber Eats should be getting rid of the customers that are tip baiting constantly of their platform, because otherwise they're ruining their reputation by keeping those customers on platform if those customers constantly tip bait. And my understanding, the tip bait is where they give you a high tip. You take an order, and then when you complete an order, they give you a zero, or in my language, it's called this. It disappears. Oh, you guys didn't see that. So here it is, but then there's nothing. Oh yeah, guys. For me, it was fun yesterday because actually I have not went for the whole day for a while. I think probably for about 2 weeks now. And yesterday turned out to be a very nice day. During the slower period of time, I got an alignment done. I also discovered my front right strut is going out, so I'll need to replace the struts. I bought a 3-year alignment, so pretty much for 3 years from yesterday, I can go in, even if I want to, every month. Of course, they're not going to be happy if I do go in every month for an alignment, but I can go literally every month for the next 3 years for them to actually do my alignment, and I don't have to pay anything. So it's like a 3-year warranty or something like that. Yeah, so those are the ones I recommend. If you do, is go with a warranty that you can buy in. Like, it costed me $200 for a 3-year warranty. Yeah, so they try to do a better job on alignment than if you just do one-time alignment. That's been my experience in the past, and I discovered that huge difference in alignment quality when you just do one time compared to buying 1, 2, or 3 year. I think that's about it. I can keep on talking for the rest of the day, and I'm pretty sure I can and I'm pretty sure I can come up with stuff to talk about, but I also believe not to take your guys' time. If I'm a make the money. Don't forget to enjoy life and love your family, love yourself, and be blessed. Take care.